friends, welcome to our channel Jayadithya Math Tutorial. We are very happy to announce that we have already started 9th class syllabus in our channel, and in this class we are also going to give our services to 8th standard students also. You know that we are already doing classes for 10th standard and also those who are preparing for competitive exams in Telangana. Okay, but this is the session for 8th standard students. So observe your syllabus in this class, and whenever you are learning something, you should know what is there in your textbook first. After knowing that, then you'll be having a strategy, and you can analyze which chapters are more important, where we need to keep our focus more, like that, and we can continue in a good pace now. Clear? So if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe, and if you like my class, please like and share with your friends. Don't forget to hit the bell icon. If you hit the bell icon, then whenever I upload a video, you'll get a notification in the form of a message now. Okay, let us enter into our class now. So what do you have in your 8th standard here? In your mathematics, in 8th class, you have 14 major chapters now. In 15th one will be playing with numbers, and the 16th will be like revision. But if you consider, 14 are the major chapters in your syllabus. So let us discuss what are the chapters we have in our textbook, and let us have some brief introduction about each and every chapter. And whenever you are watching a video, do watch it till the end. If you watch it till the end only, then only you will be having a clear idea over the subject. If you skip the video, then it's up to you. Right now, so see here, the very first chapter you have rational numbers. Already in your 7th standard you have some introduction about rational numbers. There the first chapter is, I think it is integers now. So you know, in the number system we have natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, and also here we have rational numbers. And you also have one other kind of numbers, that is like irrational numbers, that you will be discussing in your 9th standard. But the base for the 9th standard and 10th standard is the 8th standard only. So 8th standard mathematics is very important, I'll say, in whole education or school education. So that much important is 8th standard mathematics. If you have a good base in 8th standard, it is easy for you when you grow up, and in your higher studies it will be very easy, and it will be a cakewalk for you in mathematics. Okay now, so see here, most of all, what is the purpose of education? To get a good job or to settle in a life in a good manner, right? So whenever you are attempting some talent tests, or if you want to become a bank employee, or if you want to get a government job, so everywhere you will be having mathematics now. Wherever you go, mathematics follows, right now. So mathematics is such an important, and if you observe any paper, any competitive exam paper, there you'll be having most of the questions from 8th standard now. The base will be from 8th standard only. So you should focus more on 8th standard, 9th standard and 10th standard mathematics. If you learn these three perfectly, then your life will be a cakewalk, right now. So focus more on 8th standard. Don't miss any class. Whenever you are watching, do watch it till the end. Why? Because in some problems, for example, there will be in some calculations, we'll be having some tricks now. I cannot do separate videos on tricks. Okay, so when we are explaining the problem, there I may explain a trick. If you skip the video, you will be definitely missing that trick now. And some interesting topics also we will be dealing in our class discussion. So for that reason, you should watch the video till the end. Even in this class also we are going to explore many things. Do watch it till the end. So already I told you about rational numbers. You have rational numbers here, and if you combine rational and irrational numbers, that will be a real numbers. That is the chapter you have in 9th standard, and also you will be having the same real numbers chapter in 10th now. Okay, and so that's why this chapter is very important. And next you have linear equation in one variable. So what I am trying to do here is, what is the chapter you have in 8th standard, and how much important is this for your 9th and 10th standards now. So if you think that this chapter is very important for 9th and 10th standards, then you will be focusing more on these chapters, right? So for that reason I am trying to explain. Each and every chapter is important, that's okay. So the next one is linear equation in one variable. So without knowing only, you have learned the concepts of linear equation in one variable now. Okay, for suppose cost of 5 shirts is 100 rupees. What is the cost of one shirt? Means what you will be doing here. For example, you will be taking 5x is equals to 100 and x is equals to 100 by 5. right now. So that is nothing but linear equation in one variable. So we'll be discussing in detail when we get into that chapter. Then you have interesting chapter, that is construction. Construction is very interesting chapter, Nana. It is a part of activity. It is like activity for us. It is not like a teacher delivering a lecture and you are simply noting out all the points here. But this is the part you need to involve more here. Only when you construct, when you use the instruments which are there in your geometry box, then only you'll be getting the skill on constructions now. So this is completely a different chapter and it will be a different experience for you, that is construction of quadrilaterals. When it comes to exponents and powers, so these exponents and powers are very much important. And why? Because here you will be having some laws of exponents. If you understand those laws of exponents, you can apply those in your higher studies throughout. And you also should remember one more thing: mathematics is not a subject like after learning you can leave it. So you could not leave that mathematics, Nana. So always you should remember whatever the concepts you are learning through your lifetime. So keep that in mind whenever you are studying, particularly mathematics. And I focus on morely science subjects now, right? Then you have comparing quantities using proportion. What do you mean by proportion? You know the concept of ratios, right now. Equality of ratios is nothing but proportion here. For example, how the questions will be here, let me explain a model. For example, just now I told you, cost of 5 shirts is 100 rupees. What will be the cost of 8 shirts? So here we will be using some different method to solve the problems in proportion, Nana. So we will be using the concept of proportion here, unlike a traditional way of doing. Here you will be having some shortcuts. So shortcuts in solving the problems. So this topic is very important for competitive exams also, comparing quantities using proportion. And then square roots and cube roots. If you understand exponents and powers clearly, then you can easily score good marks in square roots and cube roots. Why? Because exponents and powers will be it will be like reverse only. Doing a square, for suppose 2 square is 4, square root of 4 is nothing but 2, 2 cube is 8, cube root of 8 is nothing but 2 again. So if you learn exponents and powers clearly, then you will be having nice grip on square roots and cube roots. Then you have one more interesting chapter. This is frequency distribution tables and graphs. Here also, this is also like an activity. You will be drawing different graphs here. You have many types of graphs. You will be drawing bar graph, histogram, you will be drawing frequency curve here. Okay, so you have many such interesting concepts. And also you will be taking a data, that means you will be taking an information. Like for example, you have in your class, you have marks of all the students and you need to give a conclusion about your class. So what you need to do, there you will be collecting the information and you will be organizing according to your need, and you will be representing the data in tabular forms. Okay, here you will be using tally marks, you know tally marks also. So this is also one of the most interesting chapters in your 8th standard. And when it comes to the second part here, so these are the first 7 chapters, and in 8th chapter you have exploring geometrical figures. Here also you have some constructions like that. Okay, you'll be having a dilation concept. So there will be a triangle, you should draw similar to triangle with bigger size. So see here, let us take an example. You are, for suppose, will be of some height. If you take a photograph will be this much only, so this is like, you need to draw the similar figure, exactly similar figure. It should look similar there, right now. So in that way, how to draw that such kind of figures, you'll be learning there. And you have some more, when you are seeing tiles in your house, there will be some patterns, right, on the sheds also. On when you are, most of the students like the sheds which are in checked pattern, right now. So here also you have some designs like that, we call them as tessellations. And constructions, here also we have some constructions, we call those as dilations now. So this is also a activity type of chapter. So this is also very important. I am not telling some chapters are important, some chapters are not, but I am just describing you where do we use this one right now. What is the area of plane figures? Area of plane figures, you know that how to find area of a square, how to find area of a rectangle, that's up to you. And here you will be learning some more figures like rhombus, simply quadrilateral, how to find the area of simple quadrilateral, how to find area of the ring, how to find area if the figure is like this. For example, so this is a square and you will be having some 4 circles like this. You'll be having some 4 circles like this, let us think, and you need to find area of this shaded part. How to find the area of this shaded part? So such kind of problems will be there, which are very interesting problems, Nana. Okay, and then you can find the area of a different sectors and different patterns, different figures also now, right? Next you have direct and inverse proportion. If you learn this concept correctly, what is that? Comparing quantities using proportion. If you have the base here correctly, then you can easily score marks in direct and inverse proportion, Nana. Okay, so here just now I told you one problem, the basic problem. What is that? Cost of 100 shirts is nothing but, sorry, cost of 5 shirts is nothing but 100 rupees. What will be the cost of 8 shirts? So there will be some value. So that problem relates to direct proportion. Now I will change the question here. Let us see here. To stitch 100 shirts, to stitch 100 shirts, 5 workers are needed, for suppose. Okay now, to stitch 100 shirts, 5 workers are needed to stitch in 2 days now. To stitch in 2 days. Okay, how many days will be taken to stitch same 100 shirts with 8 workers? Same 100 shirts with 8 workers. So what happens here? The value will be reduces or increases. So here you have the best analysis part in direct and inverse proportion. Here it is the thing you should apply your brain here now. Only if you apply your brain you can solve these problems, though you know the concept very well. Okay, this chapter is very, very important for competitive examinations. Most of the students who are preparing for bank exams or some to get government jobs, they will be again preparing the concepts of 8th standard, 9th standard and 10th standard. So you have much time here actually. You don't need to wait up to that time. If you learn here only perfectly, then it will be used for you in when you are trying for competitive exams or not. So here only you should learn perfectly. And next comes algebraic expressions and factorization. So these are the 2 chapters. So these 2 chapters are very, very, very much important for your 9th, 10th and higher studies now. When you are going higher in your mathematics, when you are studying more in mathematics, that means like if you are the mathematics up to 10th class is different and mathematics beyond 10th class is different now. When you are going to higher level, the numbers in your mathematics will be reduced and alphabets will be increased. Alphabets will be increased. That means alphabets are increasing in the sense, so your algebra part will be increased when you are going to higher studies. So for that reason you should have complete brick. You should never miss a question from algebraic expressions and factorization. If you learn algebraic expressions perfectly, then it will be easy for you to do factorization. Both are again reverse, like exponents and powers and square roots and cube roots. If you learn exponents and powers correctly, then you can easily solve the problems of square roots and cube roots. In the same way, if you learn algebraic expressions perfectly, then you can easily solve factorization. Then you have visualizing 3D in 2D. You know 2D figures like square, rectangle, triangle, etc. But here you also know what do you mean by cube. Mostly you will be knowing what is a cube, cuboid, like that. But how to draw that 3D figures in 2D now? 2 dimension means on a paper. Actually solid will be having 3 dimensions, right? Solid will be having 3 dimensions. For example, let me take this box here. So this is like a cuboid. Right now, this is like a cuboid. So it has a length, it has a breadth here, and also it has some height. So we have 3 dimensions here. But how to represent a cuboid in 2-dimensional area? So we'll be learning about that. So this is also interesting and like drawing only. This is like drawing only. So activity based chapters are here. This one, and exploring geometrical figures. You have, where is this one? Construction of quadrilaterals. Here you have to draw figures perfectly. And next you have surface area and volume of cube and cuboid. So here you will be learning some different concept here. You know about area. You know about area, how to find area of a square, how to find area of rectangle. But what do you mean by surface area? Even you have the same topic in your 9th standard and 10th standard also, Nana. So learn here on. So for example, this is a cuboid. If you find areas of all the 4 walls, for example, let us take like this. If you find areas of all the 4 sides, then this is called lateral surface area. And for the lateral surface area, if you find area of the top and if you find area of the base, and if you add it to the lateral surface area, if you find area of the top, if you find area of the base and add it to the lateral surface area, what is the lateral surface area? Area of the 4 walls here, right? Now 4 faces. So this complete surface becomes total surface area now. Clear? Right. So this is your last chapter. Here you will be learning about only cube and cuboid. Here you will be learning about cube and cuboid, and in your 9th standard some other solids also you will be learning about. There you will be learning about cone, sphere, cylinder, like that. And in your 10th standard you will be combining the solid. you will be combining. For example, there is a cube, on the cube there will be a cone, like that the problems will be there in your 10th standard. So each and every chapter is a base for you for 10th standard. What is our ultimate goal when you are in school? In 10th standard you should get good marks, right? Now right, when in the school, from when you are going out of the school, when you are stepping out of the school, the only goal is to we should step out of the school with a good marks, and our school should recognize us just by our name. So that must be our goal. So this is all the complete picture about your 8th standard syllabus. And regarding our classes, how do we conduct our classes? Let us see here. So see here, whenever we are starting a chapter, we will be discussing what are the important concepts in that chapter, and we will be taking each and every concept and we will be doing some problems on that. Clear? So in that way, so whenever you are starting a chapter, if you write what are the topics are there in the chapter, then you will be having some grip over the chapter clearly. So what are the topics are there inside the chapter. So and when you are preparing also, it will be easy for you to prepare them. So in this way we are going to conduct our classes. So make sure that you don't miss any chapters. Do give your feedback. Okay, if you give feedback, then we can change according to your requirement. Right. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe, and if you like my class, please do like and share with your friends, and don't forget to hit the bell icon in order to get notifications. In the coming class we will be starting the first chapter, that is rational numbers. Till then, bye. Thank you for now.